In this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways to add movement to your music to make it more interesting to your listeners, more dynamic, even adding more space to take your track from this to this. These tips will work in any DAW and are good for beginners or even if you just need some inspiration or ideas for your next song. I'll also suggest a few plugins that help you add movement. If you're new around here, I'm Sanjay C. I've got lots of tips for music production and gear reviews on my channel. Consider subscribing because you don't want to miss my Saturday music gear news reports where I share the latest in the music production world, deals on studio gear, and free plugins every week. All right, let's get started. I'm going to cover 5 techniques: delay, sidechain, arpeggiators, automation, and also some interesting plugins you can try like trance gates and movement by output. The first technique is simple. Just use the stock delay included with your DAW. Let's hear the before and after. I'm using this technique on the piano sound. I'm using Ableton, but every DAW comes with some sort of delay. We're going to use a ping-pong effect to make the delay repeating sound move back and forth between the speakers. Next, I'm going to use the popular sidechaining technique to create a pumping effect that also adds rhythmic movement. Here's the before and after. You can do this in 2 ways. First, you can apply sidechain using a compressor sidechained from a kick drum or any other sound really, but kicks work the best. I've added a steady kick drum track, which I'm using for sidechaining only, so it's muted. Now I sidechain to the pad track and set the compressor threshold all the way down. There you go, pumping effect. You can also achieve this same effect with some plugins. LFO Tool is a great plugin to use that pretty much achieves the same kind of sound. Next, let's add an arpeggiator to another sound. Arpeggiators work well on short sounds like bells and plucks. Here's the before and after. It's super easy to find sounds that work well with arpeggiators. Many of them are included with your DAW. I'm using Diva, which is a really nice synth plugin, by the way. I'll put a link to it in the video description below. Okay, the ARP effect is typically a MIDI effect included with your DAW. Just add it in and play around with the settings. By the way, what else would you like to learn on my channel? Leave some suggestions in the comments below. I'm happy to consider any ideas. The next movement tip is super powerful and you can control it very precisely. It's adding automation. I'll show you two types of automation I used for this track. First is automating the pan from left to right. I also use the same automated panning on this noise sound. Many DAWs also include auto pan plugins like this one in Ableton. Experiment with it. The other type of movement is a filter sweep. It's super easy to automate the filter cutoff as well. Next, let's check out a few plugins like Trance Gate by Kilohertz or Movement by Output. This last tip uses third-party plugins to create movement. Trance Gates are super popular, and this one by Kilohertz is not too expensive and sounds great immediately. If you want something even more interesting and powerful, you can try Movement by Output. Movement is more expensive, but here's the secret. You can get Movement for free if you buy a PreSonus audio interface. It's actually cheaper than buying it from Output. I'll add a link to the PreSonus Audio Box 96 in the video description because it's just $100. That's cheaper than actually buying the Movement plugin from Output. And you get the audio interface and a bunch of other really nice plugins thrown in. This is not sponsored, just one of the tricks you can learn from my Saturday News Report videos. There you go, 5 tricks to add movement to any music you make. Give these a try and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to learn some more production techniques, check out my videos here. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you on Saturday.